Stop letting outside forces dictate how you critique music and take away from your honesty. Because when Nas said this,
This premiere album still might happen. I wonder why Pete Rock would act like that.
some of y'all took it more personal than him. Y'all don't even know the man and want to retroactively act like Pete Rock isn't and wasn't that guy. Let's knock it off, man. Me, Eeze, I'm one of the biggest Nas supporters on the planet. Have no problem stating that. But with that being said, I consider myself to be an independent thinker. I don't really delve into groupthink and having my opinions based on what people around me are stating. Nah, the truth is the truth, fact is fact, right? So with that being said, when you go out your way to intentionally try to degrade or downplay someone else's work because they're not seeing eye to eye with your favorite artist, or they may have issues outside of music that have nothing to do with you, I think that's pretty lame, man. And as men and women and fans and supporters of the genre, we shouldn't take that type of stuff personal. It's okay to speak about it. You know, everyone can have their opinions, but when you start allowing those simple things to be the reason or sole reason why you don't like projects or you're looking for something negative to state, that's not gonna work. The majority of us don't know these artists personally, right? So when you behave that way, your behavior is in alignment with the very gatekeepers that you complain about. I'm gonna say this again, everyone is entitled to their opinion, but my whole thing is not allowing revisionist history to get in the way of the truth, right? I'm reading some of the comments concerning like Pete Rock and comments to Auditorium. Yo, I don't like Pete Rock's production, it all sounds the same. First of all, it's not the truth, and secondly, the issue is that some people aren't accustomed to hearing someone with the sound because the majority of the albums that you listen to, the producer is mimicking the likes of Pete Rock and others throughout the entire album. If you were seeking some sort of astronomical range from Pete Rock, you were simply being disingenuous. Pete Rock is a pocket producer. He has his own pace. He has his own tempo. And he typically stays there while adding various different elements. You're gonna get some jazz, soul, don't keep it hip hop. You know that if you're a fan, right? But his gift is his ear. It starts with the genesis of the production or the process. Record digging, finding drums, finding samples, finding things to chop up, different elements. A lot of people can't do that. And nowadays, a lot of people don't have that talent. And I'm not knocking it because things have gotten easier. We want to figure out ways to come up with systems, right? And speed up the process. But let's not act like his gift is a hindrance now. Because a lot of y'all, including myself, have used sample packs where the sample is already there and all you gotta do is click on the track and chop it up. So that's what happens to be PR's genius, the genesis of it all, the beginning, going to A1 Records, a local thrift shop, or overseas, copping records, finding different elements and putting them and piecing them together. That's a legend. Y'all need to show some respect. And now we comparing Common and Nas? In all my years of hip hop, I haven't heard anyone compare these two, not this way. Competition is cool and it's healthy, but now you're attempting to use one to degrade the other. Why? Because Common working with Pete Rock and you've taken on Nas and Pete Rock's misunderstandings and made it your business? That's crazy to me, man. How you putting Common in the crosshairs when he's constantly stated that Nas is his GOAT? He's always stated that. And even if he didn't, he's done enough in this hip-hop game to warrant you respecting him. Dude is in film. He's won, I think he got the EGOT already. He doesn't have to do this, but he's still keeping it hip-hop, using his resources to get Pete Rock on different platforms like The Tonight Show or CBS Mornings, doing interviews with grassroots media. Come on, fam. And if I'm speaking frank, some of y'all are like the typical hothead in the entourage who starts problems just for the sake of living in drama. Like, come on, let's grow up. Enjoy the music. And once again, I'm gonna state, I'm all for competition. That's what this culture is built off of, right? But you can be competitive without being shady or disrespectful. And that's what a lot of people out here attempt to do, is if the people around them or those viewing your behavior aren't smart enough to put one and two together. Now, I'm gonna call it out because it's corny, man. Coming across as individuals who trying to alter history. And some of y'all spend more time coming up with these BS takes and narratives than you do actually spending time listening to music. And it's evident. I don't know if you think you're fooling anyone, but y'all don't be listening to no music. Y'all be engagement farming, coming up with all these tweets and Facebook posts and Instagram, this and that, attempting to get attention. But a lot of your hip-hop knowledge is surface level. And it's evident because the behaviors, when the legends come out and drop music, look how you behave. You tear them apart. They're not doing this, they're not doing that. Here's the thing, they don't have to do anything. I'm not saying everything your favorite artist come out with is gonna be fire, but at the same time, you could respectfully not like something. Or better yet, let's start spending time on the things that we love. Let's talk about record sales, right? Because a lot of y'all love to mention that, right? Keep it a bean. Record sales do not equate to timeless music or vice versa. You don't believe me? 1992 was Making the Soul Brother, Pete Rock and CL Smooth, right? When it dropped on Billboard, it peaked. Billboard 200 at 48. Hip Hop and R&B charts, it peaked at number 7. They Reminisce Over You on the Billboard 100 peaked at number 58. One of the most memorable songs in hip hop history didn't chart well. But somehow y'all love to talk about record sales. Let's talk about Illmatic, 1994. It peaked Billboard 200 at number 12. On the R&B charts, it peaked at number 2. Now you think, oh, those are pretty good numbers. It moved approximately 60,000 units the first week. It didn't even go platinum in the 90s. Think about that. In a 6-year span, the album didn't go platinum. 1995 is The Infamous, featuring Shook Ones and a host of other classics. Debut, Billboard 200, number 18. Hip Hop and R&B charts, number 3. But what does it really mean outside of money going inside your favorite artist's pockets? As fans, the music is for us. And I'd much rather have timeless music that I can quote lyrics from or talk about the production, as opposed to my debate points being based off, yo, my favorite artist got 12 #1 hits. What does that mean? Those are like surface level ESPN stats. Yo, such and such is the first player to score 12 points with 3 seconds remaining in the third quarter. So what? Hip hop fans, we just gotta do better. And we will. I have faith in that, man. Soon I'm gonna be dropping my overall review or reaction to the Common and Pete Rock's The Auditorium Volume 1. But let me know below what you think about the album. In 5 words or less, man. It's your man Eeze at TheEezeExperience. Go get yours. Yeah.
Hey, yo, Eeze.